What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another edition of the War Report here on Cloudwing Valley. This is Season 8, Battle 14, Tuesday, August 31st, 2021. I'm your host, Foglata of the Goshkia Tribe, and we are looking at probably what's looking like one of the biggest weekends to date. Now, if you don't know, Saturday is the last time that you can muster up enough influence to be able to fight for that northern city up in Maoyang. That is going to be one hell of a brawl. I know Murder and Radiance have been going at it down there in the south. I think even Team Delta jumped up on that tonight. So it's going to be quite interesting to see them hold that fief and also take the north fief too. And right now, I think Midway Kings has their sights on it. So they're going to probably have Midway Kings and YT brawling over that thing the rest of the season. We're going to see. It's really shaping up to be really exciting. So let's go ahead and look at some of the events coming up real quick. We have the War for the City starting next Tuesday, September 7th. Then on September 18th, that is the final battle of Season 8. That is your last chance to lock down territory and get some land. So yeah, you better go lock it all down by then. If you really want a challenge, I highly recommend going over to Longting and challenging those cohorts. Those guys are something else. You got to try them. They are a lot of fun. They're good sports, good people, and they love to fight. So give it a try. Let's go ahead and jump on over to the special thanks. There are no alliance changes tonight. Everyone pretty much stayed friends. Thank you to my data collectors, Ismina, Pedro, Atram. Really appreciate you guys. You guys help so much. Discord supporters, Wise Guy, Obes, Foot Powder, Furhead, Adrian Black, Kane, Zugi Zork, and Matarubo. Thank you so much for supporting our Discord and helping it be there for people to find information and help when they're looking for it. Aside from that, guys, if you have not heard, we have a raffle tonight. Type in CV in the chat for your chance to win 7 days of premium status. CV, as in Cloudwing Valley. Alright, so first up tonight, we're going to start over in the Borderlands, because that's probably the least exciting place. Up in the north, this is what it looked like on Saturday. And here's what it looked like now. Yep, one little yellow fief popped up in there. Now, there was a lot more action than that. Macedon was roaming around taking stuff, and Midway Kings was taking it back. There was quite a bit of action down in the south, but we'll get to that in a minute. So what we saw, Vigilantes took back 2 of their fiefs that the Yellow Turbans had earlier, and then Macedon took over Yazi. So jumping on down to the south, here's what we had on Saturday. And here's what we got now. A few fiefs changed hands, not too much. You're looking at the board of wins and losses. You have Leviathan gaining 1 and Hansaic gaining 1. Taking a look at the houses of the Borderlands, Midway Kings still firmly sits up on top. They have 5,400, Goshkin second with 4,650, Hurt 4,050, Leviathan 2,400, Immortal Crusade 2,250, Odin 2,150, Goblin 2,100, Nightmare 1,950, Vigilantes 1,500, Lionheart 1,050, Macedon 750, Eric Dub 300, Hansaic 150, Midway Kings 150, and God has 150. Jumping on over to the Prosperity. Borderlands is currently sitting at a 44%. Negative 3,750, which is a poor. We have 100% free houses. Average fort level is 4, average town level is 5, average village level is 1. Goshkia has 300 renown with 9 fiefs. Over on the top stronghold side, we have 3 rank 6 towns, Chaofeng, Tulao, and Fujian. Over on the growing village side, we now have 4 tier 2 villages, Fuling, Wutai, Muya, and Gangdi. And then jumping on over to Longting, this is the other region, that is typically pretty quiet. So this is what we had on Saturday. Now there was a bit of interesting developments here. So this is what happened today. Now you see one particular fief lit up, changed color. Speak managed to score Warland. That fief has been fought over all season long, and I don't know that it's ever really been taken. So good job on that, Speak. That is definitely a gem to hold on to. That's the one with 5 nodes attached to it, as well as 2 siege weapons, I believe. It's a really good fief to own. Taking a look at the changes, we have Speak with 2 new fiefs. Taking a look at the houses of Longting, we have Speak and Here. Speak has 1,800, Here has 1,050. Taking a look at the regional prosperity, still sitting at 60%. We have a 86% owned by legions, and if you think that's weird and that you can totally go over there and take some, go ahead and try. I dare you. It's definitely fun. There are 4 total fiefs owned by free houses. Starting influence is 8,400. Current influence is 10,100. The prosperity rating is 1,700, which is healthy. Average fort level is 5, average town level is 5, average village level is 1. We have Lantian there. That is pretty much the only village owned by a free house. Kintai is a rank 6 town over there owned by Here. And Here leads the board with 300 renown, with Speak in second place with 150 renown. So, and you know what I totally forgot on the Borderlands? The fief quests. I'll jump back there after this. So Longting, fief quests. There you go. You have 2 crappy quests that are your 5 stars. Your Wang Kiagun quest is a 10 Courser quest. That one's really easy to get. Cooperite's also really easy to get. That's only a 3-star though. So that's pretty much your best bet right there. Long Cotton should be fairly easy to get as well. The other ones, not so much. I mean, there is a lot of Wandering Rebels, so you probably could get any of those blue Rebel kits. The purple Rebel kits are very, very difficult to get your hands on, so don't bother with those. But yeah, so let's go ahead and jump back to the Borderlands fief quest that I totally skipped over. My bad. You do have 5 tier 5 fief quests up there. The big one is Abolus, which is that 140,000 food quest. That one is great to get wherever you can find it. That is 400 honor if you don't own, or if your house doesn't own that fief. It is 600 honor if your house does own that fief. We also have the Coarse Cotton at Xiaofeng. Down the list, you have Fujian with 4 barbs. That's really easy to get your hands on. Chalcosite over on Yazi. Coarse Cotton's also really easy. Sheepskin's very easy. Round seeds are very easy. The Siderite ore is a lot more than you think it is. So that one might be a little hard to, accommodate, but you can probably pull it off. There is a lot of ore in the Borderlands, so you should be able to get there pretty easy. And then if you're really desperate, that Genet quest down there at the very bottom, people are always looking for new exciting ways to throw their Genets out. That's the way. Even though bow riders are on the uptake, so people are playing bow riders a lot more, so you might actually sell some on the market eventually. I don't think that's there yet, but once the meta catches up, maybe. We'll see. So now let's jump on over to Liang Yoon. I think Liang Yoon deserves a little attention here. There was a lot of good fighting going on down there. As I said earlier, Murder and Team Delta were fighting for that capital all night long against Radiance. Some really great fights there. I heard it was coming down to the wire. It was pretty cool. It's good to hear that there's some good content going on up there. If we take a look at where we are this week, we're on today rather than before today. There you go, a few changes. Take a look at the battles. We had a few things that changed hands. Immortal Crusade scored 2 new fiefs. The cohorts got 3 new fiefs. Team Delta got 6 new fiefs, and Leviathan got 1 new fief. Taking a look at that race for Daichang. Still, Primordials is the only one in the running to be able to market and give Radiant some competition. Can they pull it off by the end of the season? I don't know, but I can tell you that every fight seems like it's getting closer. That first fight ended really quick. Now I'm seeing these fights go pretty much the full length of time. So it's going to be interesting to see if Primordial can learn from all their defeats against Radiance to finally be able to pull one up on them. It'll be interesting. Regardless of what goes on this season, nobody can say that they didn't have some fun fights. So it's going to be fun to watch. Taking a look at the houses of Liang Yoon. Radiance is currently firmly sitting on top with 4,000 influence. Team Delta in second place with 3,600. Murder third with 2,450. Nightmare 1,200. Vigilantes 600. Immortal Crusade 600. Leviathan 450. Goblin 450. Lionheart 150. All right, so let's go ahead and look at that prosperity. So what we have here is a 43%, which is negative 2,550 poor rating. 39 fiefs are owned by free houses, 8 are owned by legions. Average fort level 2, average town level 2, average village level 1. Nightmare has a 300 renown. Leading the board over there. Strongholds, Hebo is still owned by Nightmare. It's a rank 6 fief that was pretty much built up by Radiance for a long time there, and they managed to score it. That's a really good one to have in that region. So if you could get 7, it's even better. Over there, you do have a growing village by Murder. They got one up to level 2. So Luxing is currently level 2. So we're seeing a little improvement on that side. Let's see how those fief quests lined up this week. Still hurting on this side. But we do have a limestone. That one's fairly easy to get your hands on. It's 4-star. The cow hides, Cooperite, and goat hides, all easy. You can definitely get your hands on those. There's still not a whole lot of fiefs here that can produce tier 5 quests, so your best bet is to go north, south, east, or west. Pretty much anywhere but here. And yeah. So that pretty much wraps up Liang Yoon. Now for the big show. This is the race. We got one more week before this is the big show. So, well, I guess we got Saturday. Saturday, that is absolutely not a drill mode, is going to be the last chance for you to lock down enough territory to be able to siege that North City. So here's what we're looking at. That was last Saturday, and then this is today. There you go. Not a whole lot changed, but there was a whole lot of fighting. I mean, there was a lot of fighting. All the YT fiefs were pretty much lit up the entire time. Although I did not see a whole lot of fights down there at Mumbai. I'm not sure if it ever lit, but I didn't see it light. So I don't think anyone even hit it. If they did, it must have been so quick I didn't even notice. Valiance had 1 fief. Radiance had 1 fief. Vigilantes gained 3. Nightmare gained 3, Lionheart gained 1, Midway Kings gained 1, and Team Delta gained 1. But there was non-stop. All right, I'm back. Good. Thank you, guys. Yep. I noticed that one pretty close to right away. So Valiance has 1, Radiance has 1, Vigilantes has 3, Nightmare has 3, Lionheart has 1, Midway Kings has 1, Team Delta has 1. And, you know, what I do to fix it, turn it off and on again. Works every time. Don't know why. It just does. But, you know, cordless headset, you know, what can you expect? Things go bad. I can tell you that everything was lighting up tonight. If you were looking at Maoyang, the West Side Thieves, where Macedon owns the 2 up there, those were pretty much lit the entire night. I don't know that I ever saw them not lit. So whatever was going on up there, it looked like quite a party. It looked like a whole bunch of good fighting. And yeah, so good work on that. I think it's going to be really exciting as we come down to this finish line to see who ends up stealing that city. Is Midway going to take it first? I'm wondering if Radiance is going to let Midway take it in, thinking that they could just mow over Midway, but then can Midway stand up to them and say, no, not today? I mean, it could play well in their favor. It could play against them. It's going to turn out to be one heck of an end of the season. Definitely more exciting than the prior seasons. I can tell you that much. I mean, last season, it was all cohorts, you know, kicking the crap out of everybody. That was the most amazing thing I ever seen. This season, I'm really not sure how this is going to shake out, but it's getting really interesting. So I'm really stoked about what's going to go down here. So if we're looking at the houses of Maoyang, we have Radiance, 3,120 influence just by themselves. 2,535 influence for Macedon. Midway Kings, 2,145. Valiance 1,755. Hurt 1,755. First Order 1,365. Vigilantes 1,170. Lionheart 780. Midway King 780. Nightmare 585. Warborn 585. Team Delta 195. Atlas 195. So jumping over to the Prosperity real quick. Actually, you know what? Let's jump over to the Conqueror so you guys can see the lineup. So, some things to understand about this real quick. One, Yellow Turbans gets 1,000 points from the South region onto their hunt here for this one. So right now they're at 7,410 plus 1,000 from the South. I learned that this week. So that's 8,410 technically. So if you wanted to stop them from going in there, you need to wipe out 4,410 influence from their board there. That's like 4 towns. So being nobody's been able to kick them out of those 4 big cities that they own right now, I think that's going to be a stretch. So I think Yellow's Turbans is going to have the leg up when it comes to being the ruling house of this here fight. Don't know. True Sith, you might be able to swing it in, but it's going to take a lot of work on Saturday. Centurions, they're still lingering back there, but they could jump up and become a player. We don't know. All they need is 4,000, and then they can contest whoever gets in there. So it could be a good little 4-way fight between the cohorts, Yellow Turbans, True Sith, and Centurions. It'll be interesting. I'm very interested to see how this all plays out. It looks definitely better than prior seasons. So over on the Prosperity board, we are currently sitting at 50% still. So started at 21,450, currently sitting at 21,450. Very rare that it ever lines up perfectly like that, but somehow it miraculously did. Now that comes largely because Macedon, Radiance, and Valiance have been upgrading their properties, which are giving them the difference that they've lost in owning a lot of fiefs. So they don't need to own a lot of fiefs. They can own just a few fiefs and make those fiefs count for something. By raising their levels, they're worth more. So all they got to do is do that. And they also get harder to take because the AI inside becomes stronger as they get leveled up too. So it's a very smart play by them, condensing their power down into a fewer targets and then holding on to those targets. So it's very well played on their part. Over there, you have the Strongholds, Mumbai and Zaifu, both 2 fiefs that people have been hitting nonstop. They are ranked 6 and 6. Common, which is the other fief that's been hit nonstop, is ranked 5. So, that's big brain play right there. Still no villages that are level 2. I don't know what's up with that. Somebody should level up with fief just to level 2. It's not hard. You could do it on an alt. It's easy enough. I do it all the time. But, yeah, level 1 of those up. Please, just put a 2 on the board. For fog, guys. For fog, put a 2 up. Please. Over there on the Mae Young fief quest, we have 2 wonderful tier 5 fief quests. No, actually, they suck. But you know what? Those are at least rebel officer belongings, which you can get if you just kill a bunch of wandering rebels. Or if you farm the tier 3 fief quest, you might be able to pull that off. The Chalcosite is a lot easier. Magnetite, a lot easier. Common Rebel range kits, you do those. You do any Rebel camp and you'll get enough of those. Cowhide's super easy. Goathide's super easy. Barb's super easy. Long Cotton, very easy. So you could definitely get any of those as well. So that rounds us up to our raffle, guys. You all want the raffle, don't you? You want those 7 days of premium time, no doubt. Let's throw you back over here. There you go. Alright guys, so CV, if you want to win the raffle. I suspect my mic will die here in a moment. Then I'll have to turn it off and on again, because that's what it always does. And then also, I believe Saturday, Kato of Yellow Turbans, I think he's a Macedon, right? He has a stream going that he's going to be interviewing house lieges and stuff and kind of talking about the community. Definitely tune in for his stream. I lost his link somewhere. I'll have to get it for you guys. But yeah, I'm going to start putting that on a little board here so you see it during the word report. He will be streaming right before my stream. So I think pretty much right when Territory Wars ends, he's going to go. And yeah, it's definitely a good stream. Last week we saw LK from Midway Kings. It was definitely kind of cool to see LK up there giving his ideas. So it should be good. All right, guys, we're going to roll it. Leviathan, congratulations. I will get with you and get you your code at the end of this hearing. And let's go ahead and continue to the leaderboards. Now, there has been a recurring question that has come up is why my numbers are different than the numbers in game. There's one pure fact reason why this happens, and that's that the game, when you lose property, you will basically have your original level of influence set, and then when you lose it, it creeps down slowly. So it's not an instant drop from where you were to where you are now. It'll stop in between, like 75%, then 50%, then 25%, back down to where you are. So every week that you go higher, you're going to have more influence in that pool. And as you sink down, it'll slowly creep down to where you are. Like, for example, Hibernia is still feeling the 2 fiefs that we had down there in the south, the 3 fiefs actually that we had in the south, that influence is still trickling into our influence pool in game. So what my numbers are showing are the exact influence of what they own right now. So the numbers in game might be a little different from what they are here, because mine isn't calculating the difference between where it was and where it is now. So today we have the top 10 renowned builders with Macedon on top, 480 points. Radiant second place with 390 points. Goshki in third with 300. Here in fourth with 300. Valiance 195. Speak 150. All right, on the movers and shakers, we have Team Delta on top with 7 new fiefs. Vigilantes, 5 new fiefs. Nightmare, 3 new fiefs. Immortal Crusade, 2 new fiefs. Speak, 2 new fiefs. Midway Kings, 1 new fief. Valiance, 1 new fief. Over on the biggest losses, Radiance lost 3. Macedon lost 3. Hurt lost 2. Leviathan lost 2. Here lost 1. Lionheart lost 1. Spartan's Glory lost 1. And Warborn lost 1. Jumping on over to the house standings. Still, Midway King sits upon the top with 7,545. I think they just took the number 1 seat from Radiance this week, like this TW. Their alliance has been number 1 for a while, but them as a house just passed them. With 18 fiefs and Radiance having 5 fiefs, they are literally neck and neck. So that just shows you how much that influence comes into play. Hurt is in third place with 17 fiefs, 5,805. That's 2,000 or 1,200 or 1,300 less than where Radiance is by owning like twice as many fiefs, 3 times as many fiefs even, a little over 3 times the number of fiefs. And that shows you how the influence comes into play. Goshkia has 9 fiefs, 4,000. Jumping on over to the Alliance board, we have True Sith. Jesus, man. My mic. I just love my mic. Logitech headset, everybody. This is what you too can have. Logitech headset. Yep, it's great. True Sith, 40 fiefs, 14,280. Yellow Turbans, 10 fiefs, 12,160. Hibernia, 14 fiefs, 7,100. Centurions, 20 fiefs, 6,615. Primordial, 27 fiefs, 6,245. The Immortals, 19 fiefs, 5,400. Abyssal Knights, 10 fiefs, 3,735. Trinity, 10 fiefs, 3,000. No Evil, 4 fiefs, 2,850. The Horde, 4 fiefs, 780. Top gains this week. Primordial gained 7, Centurions gained 4, Abyssal Knights gained 3, the Immortals gained 2, and New Evil gained 1. Biggest losses: Yellow Turbans lost 6, Trinity lost 2, the Horde lost 2, and True Sith lost 1. And that brings us to our conclusion, guys. I thank you so much for coming out. I am definitely going to have to get a new mic, apparently. Or figure out why the heck 2 different mics seem to cut out on me, like mid-broadcast. I don't know why. It baffles me why 2 different headsets do that to me. One's corded, one's not. It's weird. In any case, thank you all for hanging in there with me. I really appreciate you guys. And, of course, next week, Saturday, is going to be a really exciting War Report to watch. Be sure to tune in. Go check out the Yellow Turbans Kato stream beforehand. He is going to be doing some pretty cool interviews with Warborn and myself, I believe. I think he's going to squeeze me in there. But we will see. Hopefully I can get everything done and be able to be interview worthy by then. In any case, I look forward to seeing you guys there. Have a good one. Have a safe week.